Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a video today, which is surprising, right? Seeing as how I haven't uploaded for 3 months. Which begs the question, what the fuck have I been doing for 3 months? And the simple answer for that one is Warhammer 40k. I have been getting into more, I should say, back into Warhammer 40k in the modeling universe. Like, I love the hobby, man. It's great. I love it. I've been watching tons of videos about it. I've been doing tons of research. I finally bought my first codex in a long ass time. My buddies are playing 40k now, so it's interesting. Everything's been revolving around 40k in my lifetime as of late. Now, it was between this and airsoft videos, but I'm not too sure what YouTube is like with airsoft. Like, are they totally cool? Oh, and if you're all of you Americans are like, why does your M4 not have an orange tip? Well, it's because I'm in Canada and we don't need those. And it also might be banned in the foreseeable future, so I'm not doing airsoft because it could get banned and I don't want to get arrested. That would be bad. So, we're going to do some Warhammer 40k videos in the foreseeable future. Now, the one thing that I'm kind of trying to do is a big 3D printed Warhammer project, which would probably take several months to make, so that's interesting. If you are interested in the 3D printing, you got that. For all of you Warhammer super nerds, I'm going to be going for the I'm going to be 3D printing a Warlord Titan. So that's going to be a big pain in the ass project to do. Seeing as how there's like 108 files to 3D print, or like maybe even more, or like something like 200. It's ridiculous to 3D print. So that's going to be interesting. And that also revolves into today's topic, my first Warhammer video. I want to jump on those bandwagon fire videos of talking about Warhammer's outrageous prices and is 3D printing better than building a model. Well, that's what we're doing today. And no, I still don't have an intro video. And no, I'm not about to beatbox and go blah. Because we're civilized motherfuckers here. We don't need no beatboxing in order to get quality content, right? That's what I thought. And I also don't want to humiliate myself. Actually, I kind of do, so I may do that in the future. So, let's talk about Warhammer 40k's prices and 3D printing versus plastic models. Okay, pricing. Now, a lot of people think that Warhammer 40k's prices are ridiculous. Like, some models are like $70 for one single figure, which is kind of ridiculous. Here I have the 2000 catalog, alright? So you open that to like all of your prices and all of your price paging, and you get the Space Marine Predator tank. Now, you can get that from Games Workshop for about $75, right? Seems ridiculous. But 20 years ago, it was $50. And you did not, and it was $50. So yeah, it's seen some substantial increase in pricing, but in my mind, totally worth it. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look, that's supposed. You're telling me that these are Predator tanks? That's a Vindicator? Like, totally worth it in my eyes. The price is totally worth it because the molds have seen a great increase from 20 years ago in terms of quality and detail. I mean, I wasn't building Warhammer models 20 years ago. I was dead. Well, how do you, are you dead when you're not born? Like, if you don't exist in this world, but you're still, are you dead? Shit. I think I just went really deep there by accident. Anyway, I don't even know where the cover is anymore. This thing's falling apart. Anyway, so in my mind, alright, and a lot of you seasoned Warhammer 40k veterans are going to be kicking down my front door faster than the FBI when I say it, but it is almost understandable why the prices are what they are. Give it a minute. Okay, good. I don't think anybody's coming for my ass yet. Alright. So in my eyes, it's totally understandable. Now, why are you saying this? Why is this totally understandable? It's ridiculous how much you have to pay for Warhammer. Alright. I have built... Before I build Warhammer 40k models, I used to build, or I still do build from time to time, models of tanks from World War II. This being my favorite, one of my favorite model kits I've ever put together, the Das Reich 135th Panther off G variant, I believe. And that was a $60 model kit. I built a Tiger tank that was a $60 model kit, so only $15 less than a Predator tank. Now, let's talk about the newer molds though, because that's an older mold. It probably is that price because it's been selling lots of copies, so Games Workshop is making their money's worth back. Let's talk about the newer guys. Let's talk about these Primaris vehicles. This one is some sort of annihilator thingamadiggy-wee. Repulsor Executioner. Now, the Repulsor Executioner straight from Games Workshop is a $175 mod. Big bucks for those models. Like, big dollars for these guys relative to every other model. So why is it $100 more than a Panther? And then here's the size comparison. You can see that it's just a tad bit bigger in terms of height, just a bit bigger. Well, I can tell you for a fact right now that this is a heavier model. Alright? This is a way heavier model. This model is quite a hefty boy in terms of plastic count on it. Like, this is a big model, and it was like over 200 pieces to put this thing together. So there. That's one thing. And now you're still also probably wondering, well, why does this matter? This doesn't matter. That's still ridiculously expensive. Well, let me put it this way. One, most of the $60 model kits I put together are from China. China, Taiwan, Japan. One of those is where the majority of the plastic model kits that like this Panther and the Tiger 1 kit that I have been referencing, like, those kits are from those countries, and those countries are known to make things for jack cheap. Cheap as fuck. So, now you're also thinking, well, isn't Warhammer made in China as well? No. I grab a box, and I look around on the box. Made in the UK. It's right. It's right there. Made in the United Kingdom. What is and how many of you know what's going on in the United Kingdom right now? We also got pollution things and all sorts of other stuff. So maybe there's other factors, like environmental factors, that is pretty much shoving a wrench up Games Workshop's asses. And we're all blaming them for being absolute money grabbers when it comes to their models as a result. Now, I'm not saying they could be cheaper. They could. They totally could be cheaper. Their prices are on the higher end of things. But there's also that to factor in. Now, another thing to factor in is the quality of the plastic that they're being printed on. The plastic on this Predator, I guarantee you, is way better, way tougher, and way stronger than the one on the Panther. I guarantee it. Here's the $60 Tiger 1 kit sprue. That's a $60 Tiger 1 sprue. Like, brittle, snappable, breakable, super thin, floppy, cheap sprue. Parts fall off of it. There's little connection points. This is a Warhammer 40k sprue. A little bit more effort in order to break that bad boy because it's a tougher, thicker piece of plastic. Games Workshop, my recommendation is if you want to keep your outrageous prices outrageous, then you're going to lose customers. But if you want to make them cheaper to satisfy your general public, and you want to use less plastic, then make brittle, thin, tiny little sprues like that. They're not disgusting. They're just sprues. It's like people find uses for these things that are ridiculous. Like I've seen some videos people using sprues for absolutely ridiculous things. They're master craftsmen. But you know, you don't have to make them thick and chunky and beefy like these ones. These are probably like at least 10% of the cost, maybe even more, maybe even 20% of your cost is just on the plastic that they use for the sprues. So there you have it. Now, Space Marine Tactical Squad, it used to be like really cheap, and now it's $60. I can't even remember the price on the. But you also get a whole bunch more part variations with those kits. Like, we have a little bit more parts than we did with the older kits. We have variations. So, there's also that to factor in. Am I taking Games Workshop side on this? No. Ish. Kinda, sorta. I'm just kind of giving it my thoughts and opinions into it. But that's about it in terms of prices. Warhammer 40k prices. Now, Warhammer's of course doing a whole lot of other stuff in terms of like, stop taking our shit, hippity hoppity, get the fuck off our property type stuff. Like they're doing a lot of like, is that an animated YouTube Warhammer video on YouTube? Cut that shit out. Stop. Don't go any further. Do not pass go. That is enough. That is a no-go. That is a no-fly zone. That is a solid no-go. And am I okay with that? No. I want to watch Astartes, bro. Astartes is fucking badass. If you haven't watched Astartes, where the hell have you been in this world? I mean, my gosh. Your head must be stuck in a 6-foot hole if you have not watched Astartes. I don't even know if it's still up. Just go into the YouTube search bar and search up Astartes. Watch it. It's not long. It's like a 10-15 minute series. Spanning 15 minutes, you watch the entire freaking series. It is so good. So good. Maybe I'll do a reaction video on that. So there. That's it. That's it for today. I don't want to keep you here anymore. I want to build models. We'll talk about 3D printing. We'll talk about some other stuff in the future. Maybe even react to Astartes because it is so good. Thank you very much for watching. I'm not too sure what to say at this point. I've been gone for 3 months, so I'm out of here. Vida says.